Hey, Sean Callagy here, Callagy Law with Tom LaGreca, who is the leader of our healthcare recovery team and a bunch of our TAs and other amazing folks. So I just want a quick connection. We're doing different things here at Callagy Law every day to stay connected and be in support of, and we'll share a little bit about that in a minute. But first, I want to acknowledge you for watching this video during these times. And what we're just talking about all collectively together are that people are in an immense amount of pain, fear, and stress. We had multiple people on our team on this video who are sharing very direct family dynamics related to Corona, the impact, the fear, and the emotion. And the topic we were talking about for a little bit is what's the appropriate way to feel? And how do we want to make choices about balancing really dealing with our emotions, our fear, our upset, our overwhelm, our stress about illness, economics, finances, along with, that sense of heroism and triumph and overcoming. And these are really personal, complex questions. So, it's up to you. But I wanted to bring up the possibility of being intentional. And we'll come back to that in a moment also. For now, I want to acknowledge at this moment, I want to acknowledge this team of trusted advisors at Callagy Law, people that have been working throughout the month of March as things have become increasingly difficult and scary and dangerous. And I want to thank all of them. And I want to thank you guys, the medical providers out there who have been on the front lines. And what I mean by front lines, dealing with people, whether they're injured or sick, they're people. And right now, people equals danger. So thank you for that and taking care of folks. I know, Tom, anything present for you that you'd like to share?
Yeah, Sean, thank you. And thank you for that, those kind words for the team. Let me just say this. As we are now...
And that's a phone ringing from somebody, out there connecting. Yeah, but go ahead, Tom.
But yeah, sorry about that. The as we are now starting to experience people close to us that may be getting sick, or people we know, or even loved ones that are starting to get sick, and that is likely to escalate over the next couple of weeks from what we're hearing on the news. The range of emotions is now starting to grow. It sometimes went from just worry to the novelty of being home and kind of having some fun with some loved ones that you haven't done for a while, even though you had some anxiety. Now the range of emotions is probably going to get wider because the severity of all of this is going to start to hit home. But let me just say, all of those emotions are fine, but it always has to come back to a sense of strength and faith. And if it doesn't, then we defeat ourselves even before the virus did. So all of those emotions are fine, go with them. But in the end, we have to come back to a position of strength and faith. Otherwise, all is lost.
Yeah, well, amen to that, Tom. And I think that's where intentionality comes up for me. And, I'll share. Actually, Tom, why don't you share? And maybe if one other person will want to share after Tom. So how are you approaching how you feel? Like what's your philosophy at this juncture about how you're experiencing your day?
I think, what's going on here, I think it's a microcosm of life in general, okay? There's always tragedy, there's always pain, there's always suffering. And I've always looked at my faith as a way to deal with all of that. And by faith, I mean just the knowledge that so much of life is pain and suffering. And the only way to deal with pain and suffering is to, believe it or not, maintain a positive attitude. There's just no other way to face it. If you succumb to the pain, then you're victimized you're victimized even before you're victimized. So as painful as things can be, there has to be a sense of this is the way things are in life, not just now, but for all time. And the only way to deal with it is to do your best to be optimistic and to just keep moving on, regardless of what happens. And whatever happens, happens, and that's just the way things are. And maybe I kind of accept things to a fault, but it's kind of what keeps me going is the notion that we have no choice but to accept things and to come through them in a positive way.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that, Tom. Anybody else like to share like what their philosophy is on what they're allowing themselves to experience each day?
I'm going to bounce off some of Tom said, yes, to take it day by day and, be thankful.
Is that you? Is that Agnes?
Yes, it's me, Agnes.
Hey, Agnes. Go ahead,
please. To be thankful that we are not sick yet. And, we got to think about the positives. Yes, not the negatives.
Yeah. So thank you, Agnes. And, here's a thought and access for me, and you guys could try this on our Callagy team or our clients or anybody else that's watching. I allow myself, I'm an emotional person. Would you agree, Tom? I'm an emotional person.
I would certainly agree with that.
My level 5 listening says that Tom thinks that is extraordinarily true and potentially irritating at times. Am I hearing that correctly, Tom?
Absolutely. Yes. Correct.
Yes. Yeah. So what my approach is that I try to be pretty intentional about it. So I had worked 3.5 hours this morning, and then I laid down to rest for 5 minutes before we started this. And I threw on Bruce Springsteen, chapter 73 of Born to Run. And I listened to the chapter where he talked about losing the rain, which was the death of his incredible compatriot, partner, iconic partner, Clarence Clemens, and bandmate. And I let myself feel really sad. And I let myself connect to the sense that Tom was talking about of loss. And I did for 5 minutes. And I felt really deep feelings. I missed my grandparents. I thought of people that were sick. A friend just died of cancer, couldn't go to his funeral. And I thought of what's coming and how many people I know I'm going to get sick or going to get sick. And after 5 minutes, I shook my body out. I got up, took a deep breath. I'm like, all right, let's go deliver for people. Let's get on this call and do this video with the TAs because we have people to help. We have energy to give. And so all I'm sharing is that positivity can also leave real room for all of our emotions, for pain, for sadness, for frustration, for anger, resentment, terror. Like, we can have space for those things. And over time, we can gain more and more skill in maybe reassociating, reframing the meaning and how we experience those things. But I think it never means not being truly human. And deciding what being truly human means to you. Not what it means to me or somebody else, their judgment, but what it means to you. And I think that's the power of freedom and choice that we have as individual human beings and unique human beings. I just propose that we do it intentionally. So that's what's present for me. And I absorbed the feelings before this of going around talking to each person of what's actually happening. And I absorbed them. I felt them. I felt empathy. I felt sympathy. And now I'm like, okay, let's put that on the shelf. I'll pick that back up again later so we feel human and make sure we're really connecting. But I think that's what's possible for us. And that's what leadership may really be about. It's about being intentional and being in our loving energy, our fun energy, our dreaming aspirational energy, our Zeus decision-making energy, and all the things that come with each of those. So I think that's what I'm present to. Whatever you're present to, please feel free to chat with your TA. Call me, call Tom, reach out. Like, what can we do for you today? Joanne, had some beautiful shares earlier. Joanne Hart's on about our clients. And yeah, hey, Joanne. And mentioning just this reality, like we are here to continue to collect money for you. And whatever framework of business process still exists, I am very present to the reality. I'm very conscious of, very aware of that revenue matters for you. It matters for the people that work for you, and it matters for the people that work here. With no judgment, I understand a lot of people have already had to shut down, have layoffs. We are, as of today, still completely intact. And we'd love to stay intact. And we'd love to help you keep intact or as intact as you can be while we treat this as I'm treating it. I'm not speaking for everybody on this call, but as the leader of Callagy Law, we're treating this as like wartime. Like, how can we come together? What can we do for one another to keep this moving as much as we possibly can, with no judgment for whomever can't keep it moving in the same way they did before. So that's what's present for me. We're here. Tom, you're beautifully leading for medical, for the healthcare industry. You're leading calls on Tuesdays that I'll be participating in at times. And what are those calls on Tuesdays, Tom?
Okay, Tuesdays at 10 o'clock. This coming Tuesday, the focus is going to be on the surprise medical bill legislation and arbitration at the state and federal levels, but it's also aimed at serving as a forum for Q&As for all of our clients and non-clients alike, where any of their concerns can be voiced about virtually anything. But the subject matter for this Tuesday is the surprise bill legislation.
Oh, that's awesome. So we talked, yes, telemedicine, continuing to function, and every day we start with the Unblinded Huddle at 8:30 a.m. It's 8:30 a.m. It's unblindedhuddle.com. Krista will post a link in here, unblindedhuddle.com. Krista, just 10 seconds. What is present to you about why people should be on that huddle every day?
It's a great way to stay connected, especially right now, and a positive, uplifting start to your morning in this time that's really hard.
So we have iconic, masterful leaders of industries, including healthcare. If you know anybody who you'd like to have on there or you'd like to be on there, please share. We have hundreds of people on every day and rapidly growing. We also are keeping people updated on the stimulus and what's happening. We work with America's accountant, Dan Geltry, who's on Fox News all the time. He's giving updates. Jim Kirkos, Meadowlands Chamber of Commerce and Access to the United States Chamber of Commerce. I'm part of ecosystems of incredible business leaders. So we're giving the most up-to-date content, in depth about stimulus, what to do, how to do it. That's there every day, as long as Krista said, energy, fire, making decisions about what's happening, but from the heart. So that's what's present for me. That's what we're up to. Please get on that Unblinded Huddle. Please also check in unblindedhuddle.com with Tom and building this ecosystem of connected healthcare providers on Tuesdays, 10 a.m. And please share this video. Let's get this video out there. Let's share it and comment on it. How can we serve you more? How can we do better? And I'm Sean Callagy on behalf of Tom LaGreca, the entire TA team. Thank you for being our client. Thank you if you're not our client for just watching this video and sharing it. And have a beautiful and amazing, thankful Thursday in light of everything that's happening. Stay safe, and we're all blind, I believe, and just learn to see. Thanks. I'm Sean Callagy.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you, Sean.